Today's episode is for all my people out there that feel tired but wired, people that feel drained but restless at the same time, burned out but still pushing, feeling like you are having a harder time recovering from all that life is demanding of you. Maybe your body feels tense all the time. Your mind keeps racing even when you're exhausted. You feel overwhelmed by small things, maybe small things that didn't overwhelm you in the past. You can't fully relax even when you try. You're stuck in stress or anxiety or in like emotional loops. Perhaps things that used to work, like getting a massage or getting a good night's sleep, are not working enough, or maybe they never worked. Perhaps you've been tired but wired for 20, 30, or 40 years. Now, these are not random symptoms. They're not just because you're weak or because you're a baby or because you're not resilient. They're often signs that your nervous system is overloaded. And the answer to that is not to just shut life off, which we would sometimes love to do. It's actually finding the way to help the body to release what it is carrying so that we can then free up energy, free up emotional resiliency, free up presence in order to be able to attend to our lives. And I know that sounds good to you because we all need that. So here's a little truth that most people don't realize, which is you can't think your way out of nervous system dysregulation. Now, I say this constantly because as a holistic therapist for over 25 years, I teach this in the model that I created, Advanced Holistic Counseling and Coaching, where we are aware that the mind and insight can be limited. It's helpful, but it can't be the only tool. In fact, we have to be able to meet the body where it's at and give the body what it needs so that the mind actually can function optimally. We have to work with the body. So welcome to the Holistic Therapy Revolution, to another this is going to be a fabulous episode today. I'm Beth Miller. I've been a holistic therapist for over 25 years. I'm a life coach. I'm an energy healer. And I'm also the creator of the Advanced Holistic Counseling and Coaching model, which is a system of bringing together all of the best traditional psychotherapy tools and holistic modalities to align every layer of the being in a system that actually can be taught to therapists, doctors, coaches, healers, so that they have this huge, fabulous tool bag that works together in an ethical and legal way so that we can really help our clients to not just, survive, but also to truly, truly thrive, right? Which is what we're all looking to do with our clients and also for ourselves. So let's talk a little bit about somatic healing, because somatic healing is getting a lot of play recently, which is wonderful because it's almost like the world is catching up to holistic therapy and what holistic therapists like me have known for a long time. Somatic therapy is a body-centered approach that helps the body do what it already really knows how to do, which is to self-regulate and to heal itself. Now, because stress and trauma and emotional experiences don't just live in our thoughts, they're not just here, they also live in our body. We need to work with the body in order to be able to process and release those things. So instead of just talking about what's wrong, which is essential and important very often, we also begin with somatic healing and somatic release to feel, to notice, and to release whatever has been stored or is being stored from the past or even just from today or yesterday. So let me tell you a little bit about what this practice is going to do. In a few moments, I'm going to walk you through about a 10-minute practice that is a daily morning practice, but of course you can do it any other time in the day, to help to somatically release anxiety, trauma, stress, anything your body is holding every single day for a short period of time, so that cumulatively you actually are really going to be resetting your nervous system in a profound way. Now, this somatic daily practice is likely to cause all or any of the following: a calming of anxiety, releasing of stored stress, resetting your nervous system, reconnecting with your body, building emotional resilience, and freeing up energy that then can be available to all of the beautiful things that you want to be doing with your life, not just tending to exhaustion, right? And the key here is we're looking for consistency more than we are looking for intensity. So my suggestion is that you try to do this every single day for 7 days. And if you feel like you're getting any benefit, which I highly believe you will, then we will do it for 14 days, then 21, then 28. Ultimately, you may not eventually do this every single day once you're really starting to feel better. What you might do is actually start making it part of your non-negotiables, where you make sure you do it several times a week in order to maintain wellness in your body at all times. So I'm going to invite you now into this daily somatic healing practice. And tomorrow, when you do this practice, my suggestion is you just notice the time right now, or you also look in the show notes and you see where I start the practice, and you don't have to listen to this beginning part again. You can just drop in right here for the 10-minute daily somatic releasing practice that is so restorative and it's going to be so wonderful. So first item is for you to find a safe place. That might be a place that's where you are right now. It might be in your home, might be an outdoor space, might be a place that you feel relatively safe, even if it's just closing the door in your office, so that we can begin. I'm also going to suggest that during most or part of this, you can keep your eyes closed and just listen for my verbal cues. I may occasionally say something about the positioning of my feet or something, which you can open your eyes and just check out, but then otherwise just close your eyes and follow along. And let's begin with a gentle chime. I'd like you to now look around the room or the outdoor space you're in, and I'd like you to orient yourself to your environment. And the way to do this will be to gently take a sweeping look around the room and let your eyes land on something. Let your eyes land on something that is calming, neutral, or pleasant. And once your eyes have landed there, describe that thing to yourself. What does it look like? Describe its shape or its angles, the colors. Very good. This is the first signal that we have just given to our nervous system that says, I am safe, I am here, and I am present right now. You may even want to repeat those words. I am safe, I am here, and I am present right now. The next part of our practice is diaphragmatic breathing. This is also called belly breathing. And if you just put one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest, I'll guide you through it. If you find belly breathing to be weird or uncomfortable, just do regular breathing, but follow the inhales and the exhales that I do. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Belly breath allows that breath to expand your tummy, and then breathe out through your mouth, letting the balloon of your tummy sink back again towards your spine. Let's do that again. Nice deep breath in through your nose. Hold that breath for a moment in your belly, and then breathe out through your mouth. This practice not only anchors us into the moment, but it also reduces adrenaline in the bloodstream, allowing us to reduce our stress response. Take another nice deep breath in through the nose, and a great long exhale out through the mouth. We'll do that 2 more times. A nice deep breath in through the nose, and a great long exhale out through the mouth. And one more time, a nice deep breath in through the nose. And a great long exhale out through the mouth. Very good. We're going to move on to a gentle grounding practice now. Grounding helps to send signals to our body that we're safe, we're relaxed, we're present. And so what I'd like you to do is to first and foremost find a way to put your feet on the floor. You can either stand up, you can sit and just hold your knees together so that your feet are on the floor, or if you're laying down, you can just pull your knees up so that your feet are on the ground. Now that your feet are on the ground, what I'd like you to do is actually rub them back and forth. Rubbing your feet back and forth on the carpet, on the floor, bare feet, or with socks, doesn't matter. And now what I'd like you to do is to rub your hands together. What this practice does, it helps to bring us into the moment. It's because we have so many nerves on our hands, the palms of our hands, and the soles of our feet. So it helps to ground us and bring us back into the now. Now with your feet on the ground, I'd like you to close your eyes and to imagine that at the base of the soles of your feet, there are roots that begin to grow out gently. And these roots start to root you or hook you into the earth, the same way that the roots of a tree keep a tree sound, sturdy, erect, and powerfully aligned. Imagine that those roots are traveling down through the earth, rooting you in, keeping you secure. But also, some people might want to imagine that the green, vibrant energy of the earth begins to travel up through the soles of your feet, through those roots, and brings vital energy into your body. Allowing that green energy of the earth to travel up through those roots and travel into the soles of your feet and into your body, bringing lots of vibrant, vital energy. All right, great job. Now, what I'd like you to do is to follow along with me for our next step in the morning practice, which is a body scan. I'm going to ask you to scan your body from the top of your head all the way down to your toes with your eyes closed. As you slowly scan your body from the top of your head down to your toes, I would like you to look for any areas that feel tension, tightness, or discomfort. Whenever you notice in the area that feels that way, I'd like you to pause and take a nice deep breath that you send to that part of your body. And then on your exhale, I want you to release the tension that you found there. Anytime in your body, when you do your scan from the top of your head all the way down to your toes, if you notice tension or tightness or discomfort, take a nice deep breath that you send to that part of your body. And then on the exhale, you release the tension that you found there. Okay, great job. Now we're going to move on to the next part of our program this morning, which is progressive muscle relaxation. a simple technique that helps us to not only orient to our body and be aware of it, but also to release any stress or tension that we're carrying from today, from yesterday, maybe from months ago. What I'd like you to do is start at your feet. I want you to bring your attention to your feet, and I'm going to ask you to tense your feet and your toes as hard as you can, but comfortably, for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and now release them. Let's move to our calves. Focus on your calves. Tense them as hard as you can, but comfortably. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and then release. Now I'd like you to move to your shins. Tense your shins for the count of 3, and then release them. Now I'd like you to move to your upper legs. Tense the muscles of your legs as hard as you can, but comfortably, for the count of 3, and then release. Now, tense your lower back and your buns as hard as you can, but comfortably, for a count of 3, and then release. Tense your pelvic area. Pull your kegels in or tense your pelvic area in any way that feels comfortable to you for a count of 3, and then release. Now tense your stomach, your core, as tight as you can for a count of 3, and then release. Now tense your fists and your forearms for a count of 3, and then release. Now tense your shoulders, your biceps, and your upper arms for a count of 3, and then release. Now tense your neck and your shoulders by bringing your shoulders up to your ears for a count of 3, and then release. Next, we have the face and the jaw. Tense your jaw, your cheeks, as much of your face as you can for a count of 3, and then release. And finally, focus on the crown of your head. You might tense that by scrunching your eyes and your eyebrows and moving them up and down so that your crown can get as much release in a count of 3. And a great long exhale. You're doing a great job, and we only have a couple of small practices left. Very good. Maybe let yourself have a nice big sigh there for a minute. The next part of our practice is about emotional release, and it's by taking the cues from the body. It's noticing what your body wants right now. So you might say, you know what I want to do? I want to sigh. Sighing releases carbon dioxide, which soothes the body. Or you might notice you need to stretch. That there's parts of your body that want to move. You can stand up, you can lay down, you can do a yoga stretch, you could do pigeon pose, which is very good for releasing stress and trauma from your hips. You can also gently shake. Shaking, which looks bizarre, of course, is a great way of releasing frustration, irritation, and anger. Or you can simply breathe. Just do whatever your body is asking for because it's asking for emotional release and you are attending to it. And last, we're going to do a self-hug with butterfly tapping. So I'd like you to just bring your hands together like this. over your heart, sort of like a butterfly, but then loop your two thumbs together. And I'm just going to ask you to tap on each side of your chest. For some people, they find this to be very calming. Other people might get a big emotional release, maybe even getting teary. Let's just do that for a few moments where we just notice as we're breathing slowly and tapping each side of this butterfly tap. Yeah, excellent. Good job. I don't know about you, I can almost feel like a vibration from that, a soothing vibration. Very good. You can release your hands now from the butterfly hug, the tapping. And finally, the last part of our practice. I'd like you to bring some awareness to your senses now. I'd like you to close your eyes if they're not already. Pay close attention to what sounds you hear right now. Just notice them without getting attached to them. And now take a nice deep breath in and notice what smells you smell. And lastly, maybe take stock of how you feel. How does your skin feel? How does your body feel? Just notice yourself for a moment through your senses. This helps you be fully tuned in to your body and in the present moment. Now, as we're nearing the end of our practice, I'd like you to take a few final nice deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And I'd like you to check in with yourself. Notice your body. Do you notice any shifts? Do you feel more relaxed? Do you feel more present? So here's the trick. If you're feeling stressed or burned out or overwhelmed or tired but wired, it is a calling. It's not a great way to live, and it doesn't really work over the long term. Your body isn't working against you. It is asking for support, and you can set it up for success every day by releasing stuff from the past and releasing stuff from today with a practice like this that is so simple. And it might be in conjunction with other therapies, but this is helping to attend to the physical body, which is then communicating to the rest of you that you're safe, that you're secure, that you're more relaxed, which frees up energy for you to be able to attend to your beautiful life. This helps you to regulate, to restore, to heal. So come back to this practice daily. My challenge to you is to do this every day for 7 days. Just start at the place in the show notes where this practice begins, this daily somatic release, and do it for 7 days. And every day, let me know you're doing it. And then after 7 days, see how you're doing. That should be encouragement enough for you to do it for 14, and then 21, and then 28. But even if you don't get to 28, if you start feeling a significant release on a daily basis or after 7 days, that says to you, this is something I really need. And if you're a therapist, a healer, a coach, a doctor, teach this to your clients. Show them this video. Pass it along to them so that they can do a 10-minute morning somatic release every single day. And by the way, you can do this in the afternoon, you could do it at night, you could do it 3 times a day. There is no limit. The more you put in, the more you're going to get out of it. So thank you again for all of your curiosity, your interest in all of the things that will help us to not just heal, but to thrive. I look forward to seeing you at the next Holistic Therapy Revolution, where we will continue to align body, mind, and spirit when talk is not enough, and it often is not enough.